I think it's safe to say the one with all the resolutions is an amazing episode of Friends. This is the 11th episode of the 5th season. And as always, there will be spoilers as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. Quite often with Friends, I will review the episode and group my notes by part of the narrative, but everything so pleasingly weaves together that I'm actually going to go through things chronologically on this occasion, and it is such a funny episode. And we get some progress with the story of Monica and Chandler as well, so I'll talk about that when we get there chronologically. So spoilers from now. It starts off really delightfully. New Year's Eve, 1999. Everybody's gathered at Monica and Rachel's apartment. Monica and Chandler actually want to kiss at midnight. So Joey arranges that to happen. He makes sure that everybody kisses somebody, and it was really sweet and a nice way to start things off. We then have the resolutions. And Ross declares initially no divorces in 99. His divorce to Emily's not final yet, so just the one divorce in 99. And then he decides that his resolution is to do one new thing every day. And that is always my resolution. Every year I always tell myself I will try and do as many new things as possible. And I wonder if that was inspired by Ross. It seems like a pretty typical resolution, so maybe not. But certainly I feel like it's a pretty brilliant resolution. Phoebe wants to pilot a plane, fair enough. Phoebe suggests that Chandler's resolution is to not make fun of his friends, and Ross then bets him $50 to go a week without making fun of everybody, which is pretty exciting. Joey wants to learn guitar because he wants at least one of the things on his acting resume to actually be true, and Monica suggests that Rachel gossips less. And we later learn, not in that main scene when we're learning about the resolutions, but we later learn that Monica's resolution is to take more photos, which is a brilliant resolution. And the resolutions are all brilliant, very, very funny. Loved how they played out. I loved how they all just tied together, usually with Chandler. Usually each resolution has Chandler struggling to not make fun of them. Ross asked somebody out, and this is Elizabeth Hornswoggle, played by Sarah Peterson. And needless to say, Chandler was struggling to not laugh at Hornswoggle. Phoebe is then teaching Joey guitar, but he's not allowed to touch a guitar yet. And she's teaching him chords, but she doesn't know the name of the chords. So she's teaching him based on her version, which is how the way her hand looks. We have the bear claw and the old lady. Doesn't seem like the best way to learn, but I guess if it worked for Phoebe, it could work for Joey, but maybe not. And then Ross has some leather pants, which I love. I think that is a brilliant resolution because it's such a simple thing to do, but it can really change a person's outlook. To wear an item of clothing you don't normally wear, it can really boost your confidence, it can make you feel better. It seems like such a simple thing to do, but it can have a really great effect. And Ross was really happy. Chandler really wasn't because he was struggling to not make fun of Ross. But then Ross goes on his date, and we come back to that a little bit later. Joey then realises that he wants a real teacher because he's not learning with Phoebe, and we have a bit of an argument between Joey and Phoebe, which is uncomfortable to watch. And then Rachel is about to use the phone, and she picks the phone up, and she hears Monica on the other end, and she knows Monica is talking to a guy, but we get a couple of seconds before Rachel hears Chandler's voice, and well, Rachel reacted in exactly the way I kind of would have expected her to. And we then cut to Ross again, and this is just one of the most wonderful performances. Ross has gone into the bathroom to take his trousers off or pull them down momentarily because the leather is making him so hot, and he can't get the trousers back up. So he phones Joey, and Joey tells him to put some powder on to soak up the moisture, and it'll make it easier to pull his trousers up. Seems fairly logical. It doesn't work. So Joey tells him to get some lotion. It doesn't work. It just creates a paste, and it is just absolutely chaotic. And before we find out any further, Rachel comes over to Joey in a panic, so Joey has to end the call. And Rachel tells Joey that she found out something huge, but she's not supposed to gossip. What a perfect time for Rachel to find out when she's supposed to be proving that she can't gossip. I love it. And I love the fact that now Rachel knows, and Joey knows, and Rachel knows that Joey knows, and it's just wonderful. And Ross also ends up leaving the bathroom with his trousers in his hands, utterly defeated. It seems like this was a very, very chaotic episode, and Chandler at the very end basically sums up how chaotic it is because he cannot do this any longer. All in basically one breath, he just insults everybody for all of the things that he's been holding on to throughout the episode, and that really helps to highlight just how chaotic it was. And I just thought it was an absolute delight. I think it's a very, very funny episode. It's nice to have some progress as well with Monica and Chandler. Needless to say, the one with all the resolutions is a fantastic episode. Highlights definitely include Joey's expression. Joey's expression when he realises Rachel knows is just wonderful. But also Ross with the leather trousers, and then Chandler at the very end. Great episode. The one with all the resolutions is pretty fantastic.